You see people go to fantasy baseball, fantasy golf, and those people have dreamed of being an athlete, and I've always wanted to be a musician.
Half the name there is fantasy. I mean, everybody has this dream to be a rock star.
For me, this is the biggest thing I've ever done, biggest risk I've ever taken.
And I am going to be the new Shirley Partridge.
It's almost like seeing people come out of a shell that they didn't even know they were in.
I'm David Fishoff, and I created Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp.
Welcome to Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp. Over the next 5 days, 80 campers will be living out their dreams. They'll form their own rock bands, living with and learning from rock legends like Nils Lofgren, guitarist for Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, Dicky Betts, the Allman Brothers Band, Bret Michaels, Poison, Jane Wiedlin, the Go-Go's, and an all-star band of 10 rock and roll counselors who have a combined total of 47 platinum and 92 gold records.
I'm Roger Daltrey, and I'm the lead singer of The Who.
And, oh yeah, one more thing. One of rock's legendary frontmen, Roger Daltrey, will sing one Who classic with each camp band. Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp. Welcome to Rock Nirvana. Farmer, and I'm here in Los Angeles on the legendary Sunset Strip, stomping ground for rock stars since the 60s. I'm here to check out Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp, a once-in-a-lifetime chance for every frustrated rock and roller to live out their dreams of learning and playing with their rock idols. And at the end of their 5-day odyssey, every camper from Buffalo to Boise will perform in a battle of the bands in front of a live audience at the famed House of Blues. And they'll do it alongside rock legend Roger Daltrey. But before they get their shot in the spotlight, they have to get down to work at SIR Studios here in Hollywood, where everyone from the Beach Boys to the Red Hot Chili Peppers go to rehearse. It's day one. 80 campers from around the country, representing a wide range of talent, have skipped out on their day jobs to each fulfill their personal fantasy.
I think a lot of people are here for just the fun of it and the kind of experience and just to sort of have a great time and then go on about their lives. And this is actually my career choice.
I'm gonna have an awesome time, and if I break a string, or if I mess up a lyric, or if I mess up a guitar lick, who cares? Hi. I'm here for my audition.
Hello.
As soon as everyone is checked in, excitement turns to anxiety. The campers will soon have to audition for their rock idols, and some have never even played an instrument.
Good morning.
And a lovely good morning.
Camp director and Night Ranger frontman Jack Blades has pulled together a staff of rock stars to moonlight as camp counselors.
Oh boy, I've got quite a bunch of characters as my counselors.
He's brought Kelly Keegi, Jack's bandmate and Night Ranger, who wrote and sang the hit Sister Christian. Michael Lardy, keyboardist from Great White. Simon Kirk, drummer of Bad Company. Gary Burr, who's written hundreds of songs for everyone from Leonard Skinner to Clay Aiken, Neil Diamond to Ringo Starr. Jerry Renino, bass player for the Monkees for 16 years. And guitar player extraordinaire, Elliot Easton of the Cars. Each counselor will draft a band he thinks he can whip into shape to play alongside Roger Daltrey and hopefully win it all at the House of Blues.
Who's number one? Get number one up here. Who's number one? Somebody's got to break the ice.
It's got to be tough being the first guy to go.
First up to audition, Jim Rogers, a.k.a. Doc Rock, a neurosurgeon from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Close up.
Doc has boldly chosen to audition with the song Sister Christian in front of Kelly and Jack from Night Ranger.
The magic of the Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp is seeing campers, timid, shy. Then 5 days later, they're up on stage, screaming, yelling, jumping around. It's almost like seeing people come out of a shell that they didn't even know they were in.
It's because I love to sing in the operating room. The nurses will tell me to quit singing, but I just can't stop singing. It just makes me feel great.
Doc's audition proves that it's a long, long way from the shower to the stage. For the counselors, it's their first realization that getting their bands ready to play with Roger Daltrey in 5 short days is no small task.
I need 2, 3, and 4 to come up here now. Who we got? 2, 3, and 4.
We need vocalists. Oh, here's a vocal. Get in tune!
This is Ariel. Her parents were at Woodstock, and they still haven't forgiven her for her Britney Spears phase. They sent her to rock and roll fantasy camp so that she can redeem herself.
They're really laid-back people, and Britney Spears was probably a big shock and revolting to them. I definitely was a little scared to sing. You know, I love dancing. That's basically how I give to the music.
Okay, now we need, where are we at? We're in our 40s now. 45, 40. Please, while I'm in my 40s.
Sir, your name. Your name.
Kamesh Nagarajan.
Kamesh is a financial advisor from Buffalo, New York. He's come to Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp to play alongside his idol, Roger Daltrey, and maybe get Roger's help with a very public wedding proposal to his unsuspecting girlfriend, Ami.
I thought, how can I stack the deck just in case? I've got Roger Daltrey on stage, I'm playing guitar, and it's a big moment.
Kamesh is great. He's a really good rhythm guitar player, plays acoustic guitar, which is really cool.
But Kamesh, like all the campers, has a long way to go before the Battle of the Bands.
You're number 16?
All right, Kamesh!
Indian rock star wannabe.
If I had to characterize the campers, I'd say they were super fans. These are the guys and gals who came to the concerts, bought the records, and who music means a great deal to. For whatever reason, they took a slightly different path in life, and maybe good sense prevailed, I'm not sure.
Didn't she come up before?
We're almost full up with band members here. All the bands are almost full up.
Okay, so how does prom night go?
Diane Birch is a classically trained pianist who never even heard a rock song until a few years ago.
Oh, that's right.
She hopes the camp will help her achieve her dream of rock stardom.
I'm so used to playing on my own that I have sort of been cheated of the experience of playing with other musicians. And so that's something that I really would like to learn from and experience and kind of take with me when I leave this camp.
It'll be interesting to see if Diane can work with a band after years of performing solo. One thing's for sure, she's clearly on everyone's most wanted list.
I think I got my vocalist.
She was good.
Okay, what's next? No, that's it. That's it, really. Everybody's playing?
Just as the counselors are ready to wrap up the grueling audition process,